And are you hungry? Well, you will be when you see this. These are premium pork ribeye steaks with butter, but I'm just gonna let you know that maybe you've never heard of a premium pork ribeye steak. Here are the words as I was looking up an article, uncovering the juicy secrets of this mouth-watering cut. That's exactly what we're gonna do for the next several minutes. This is from Rastelli, our #1 food brand, but as you're in there close, look at how juicy and flavorful and tender that looks. If you have only eaten a pork chop for your entire life, welcome on in to the best cut of pork you have ever had. As our today's special value, that's Ray Rastelli, we're gonna come talk to him in a second. As our today's special value, we have for you for the very first time, a today's special value that is only the pork ribeye steak. So you have your cut, or your choice rather, of a 10 count, 6 ounces each. When you get that 10 count, it's under $60. The easy pay, $14.99, and that makes each one of these $5.99 a piece. If you double the count, you're gonna get that easy pay of $25. That makes each one of these 6-ounce, juicy, flavorful, succulent, premium pork ribeye steaks, $4.99 each. Oh, and by the way, these packets over here, for the very first time, you're gonna get with the 10 count, 1 packet of the cinnamon brown sugar, and then 1 packet of the garlic parmesan. If you get that 20 count and double your order, but don't double the price, you'll get 2 packets of each. And by the way, when you double the order, you save almost $20, which is essentially like getting 4 of them as a gift from Ray Rastelli. So we've got some ship weeks for you to choose. You can get whatever count you're getting, 10 or 20 right now, or you can get it the week of August 26th, just in time for Labor Day, or you can get it the week of September 23rd as you're thinking about going into the month of October. And now, here's the other choice for you. You can get a single shot or auto delivery. My recommendation to you, friends, is lock in auto delivery. And here's the reason why. If you were one of the folks who knew last year that you're like, I see these pork ribeye steaks and I love them, and every time they're on, I put them on auto delivery. If you got them the last time they were today's special value that actually was a choice of this or beef, your auto delivery is running out. So it's time for you to re-up. And when you do, in fact, this is a lower price per count than it was even last year. So that's another gift from Ray Rastelli. Yes. So it's the only pork ribeye, premium ribeye steak TSV we're gonna have from Rastelli all year, right now in this moment. This is Ray Rastelli. He happens to be the head of our #1 food brand here, the Rastelli Company. He is a Customer Choice Award winner. Everyone loves him for bringing steaks and chops, and now he educated us about these premium pork ribeyes, so much so that when Alberti and I are presenting these in Gourmet Holiday, they sell out every single time.
Yes, they do.
This item itself has over 700 5-star reviews from you. So call us. We're at 1-800-395-1601. We'd love to hear your story about maybe how you prepare it, because sit tight. We're going to show you the versatility. We're going to show you the yield, how much one of these can actually give to you and feed, and how it actually stretches. We're going to do all that in the next several minutes. But Ray Rastelli, nice to see you. My fork is ready.
It is great
I'm ready to take a bite, but tell us about this.
And I'm glad you said your fork is ready, because I want you to see, Rachel, that you don't really need a knife with these pork ribeye steaks, right? Look at this. I'm going to go right through the center of this entire pork ribeye steak. Look at this, right through the center. Look at this.
Turn it around.
Turn it around this way for you, right? Here,
yeah.
Let's go through it again this way. I mean, you can't do that with a pork chop. Certainly not your grandmother's pork chop. Now, this one, I put a little bit of that Parmesan garlic on top there.
That Parmesan garlic butter.
Yes, butter.
So
First
everybody's
time
getting
ever.
the butter.
Yes.
So everybody gets both flavors of the butter, so you don't have any FOMO, fear of missing out. These are easy to prepare. They come individually vacuum sealed, and that's something that Ray does, especially for us, because this is your #1 pork item here and at your butcher shop.
It is, and we only vacuum pack them for our QVC guests, because we know that you're going to put them in that freezer. Isn't that something, you know?
It's romance, Ray.
It really is. You know, people try this pork, and with that many 7-star, 5-star reviews, you know, people call me all the time and they say, Ray, I can't believe this is pork. It's too tender to be pork. It's too flavorful to be pork. It's too juicy to be pork. Well, I will tell you, it's pork, but it's a very special kind of pork. This is pork from the Pennsylvania Dutch country. Unlike beef, Pork you do not want to age. You want pork to be fresh. So we buy these from local farmers right here in Pennsylvania, Dutch country, and we've been doing that for the past 48 years. So these are farmers who I trust, and that's why we get the very, very best. We only bring these to QVC and only to our butcher shop, nowhere else, because they're limited.
They're super flavorful.
Yes.
There's a little bit of a nuttiness to them, a little bit of like a caramel flavor to them. You're getting the 10 count or the 20 count. Right now, the 20 count is very, very popular. We've got close to 200 of these spoken for right now immediately. That 10 count is $15 on that 4 monthly payments. That 20 count is $25. You save almost $20 when you get the 20 count. Individually vacuum sealed. Tell us what we're looking at here and level of doneness that we're seeing here.
Yes, and that's so important, right? Because this pork is so premium. You do not have to cook this to 165 degrees. Cook it to 145 degrees. It's what we've gotten here. And what you can see is you can see the juiciness, the tender. This has marbling in it because it's the ribeye. It's the prime rib of pork. And I'm going to show you that on the butcher's block in a minute. But when you get a prime rib of pork, you get all the moisture, you get all the marble in it, and look at that. That's really, yeah, look at that with a fork. Rachel went through that, went through two of them with a fork, so you can imagine how tender each one of these pork steaks are going to be.
Okay, and incredibly versatile. You can grill them, you can do skillet, you can air fry them. We're going to show you all of that. I would love for you, top line on that garlic parmesan and then top line on cinnamon.
Okay.
And we will go share with you where this comes from because he taught us we want to know where this comes from.
Yeah, so you don't have to add anything to this. It's going to be incredibly juicy, tender. We brought in the garlic parmesan because you can make some different recipes, and we're going to show you how to do that. And this is a brand new one. This is our cinnamon and brown sugar. And again, right through this is wonderful, especially, you know, you get into those fall months and you want something a little heartier. But I want you to see again, each pork steak has got no fat. Our butchers have trimmed them completely. Go ahead, you can go through that with a fork, Rachel.
I'm going to get on in here. More than
like
350 orders snapped up right now in this moment.
Right,
again,
with a fork.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
And this brown sugar just hugs you. Isn't that incredible? And we've got some great recipes for that as well.
The cinnamon brown sugar elevated it, almost made it taste a little bit desserty.
Yes, yes.
Which is really, really lovely, but also super special and very restaurant-like.
Very.
You see like garlic parmesan, you're like, you know what? I'll do that with my butter. You see a cinnamon brown sugar and you think that you just went to that 5-star restaurant. Let's go over and share with everybody where this comes from. You talked about
we will do that.
Small farms that you've been working with for 48 years. I want to let you know that each one of these 6-ounce steaks has 38 grams of protein, right?
Yes, full of protein. And we've taken all the fat off the outside. So this is a prime rib of pork. I want you to see what we get in. These are beautiful prime ribs, and when they come to us, they're basically 1 day old, and that's important. That's why we bring our pork in from the Pennsylvania Dutch country. It comes in fresh. Farmers I've worked with for 48 years, and this is how it looks when we get it. Then we take all the bones off it, we take all the outer fat off it, and we get this beautiful prime rib. And then, of course, we slice that boneless prime rib into these beautiful steaks, and that's what you're getting. You're getting the steaks with this marbling. And as a butcher for 48 years, this is what I look for. If I see this marbling in a piece of meat, I know I'm going to have a piece of meat that's going to be tender. It's going to really have a lot of flavor, but it's going to be full of juices because that marbling,
have already been snapped
that
up.
marbling just melts. It just melts right into that steak, and we can do so much with this.
And they're about an inch thick. We're going to share with you what you can do with it. I want you to know, welcome on in. This is our best find of the day. Okay, last year we had the premium pork ribeye steaks available with a beef option, right? Last year, the price per count, more expensive than this year right now. So I don't know actually what, when it comes to meat, the price of protein going down. That's what we're presenting. This is the only premium pork ribeye that you're going to bring to us from the Rastelli brand all year that we have it as a today's special value, which means price up, easy pay, away at the end of the day. But you've done something for us which actually shows yield and versatility here.
Yes, and this is what I love about this particular piece of this cut. Because it's a pork ribeye, just this ribeye steak, you can cook it just like a steak, just like I had on the grill, and you're going to be amazed. You can bread this like you would bread a pork chop. You can, you know, throw it in that bag and shake it on up and bake it, and you can do that. But you know what I did? We went a little further. We're going to show you these recipes. And don't worry about this, because I did a how-to video for you, how to cut this, how to cook this with our recipes. So you'll find that on QVC.com on the product page. But I took one of these steaks and I pounded it out. And we're going to show you how to do a pork schnitzel or a pork fried steak. We took one of them and we turned it into boneless spare ribs.
And we'll show you.
Here we've done fajitas.
Wow.
Here we've done our pork bites, and down here we've done our kebabs. And then we're going to show you how to stuff them. There's so many things you can do with this that I want you to realize that 20 sounds like a lot, but you know what? They're going to fit in every little nook and cranny of your freezer.
Yes.
Right? Because they're all individually vacuum packed. They're going to last for 12 months. And there's so much you can do with it.
You can squirrel them around. Okay, 700 of these have been spoken for already. Come on over here and I'll share with you. We've got a guest coming in a little bit later, but I want to let you know that if you're just joining us, 10 after the hour, every single day, we kick off a brand new item of the day. It's called our Today's Special Value, and the price on this goes up, the easy pay goes away at the end of the day. This is from Rastelli, a brand that always sells out, and this item is their #1 pork item that they have here, #1 here and #1 at their butcher shop. So you're getting the premium pork ribeye steaks, each one of them 6 ounces. When you're looking at the 10 count, $5.99 a piece. That is like the price for a burger if you went through a drive-through. And we just shared with you that they're premium pork ribeye steaks, boneless, skinless, putting them in the skillet, grilling them. You're using your air fryer for them. Each one is gonna come, the 10 count comes with 1 packet each of the 2 different Epicurean butters. Double up your order, save close to $20. Brings this down to $4.99 a piece, right? And honestly, because they're 6 ounces, if you wanted to cut them in half and put them on little Hawaiian rolls, or if you wanted to share it with two people for making 2 meals with each one, you could. The price goes up, the easy pay goes away at the end of the day. You let us know, do you want it now? Do you want it August 26th in time for Labor Day? Do you want it September 23rd? And definitely lock in that auto delivery, because if you were one of the smart folks to pick up the premium pork ribeyes when they were a Today's Special Value last year, when you were choosing a pork or beef option, your auto delivery is running out. So I'm letting you know, and we'll show you what that auto delivery looks like. It's running out, and that means it's time to re-up, and you're re-upping at actually a lower price per piece count here today.
Yes.
Something incredibly extraordinary, and it actually locks in this price. You'll get it every 60 days, and so no matter what happens to the price of pork, you still get that $4.99 or $5.99 per, depending upon which count you have. What are you sharing with us right now?
So I took one of those steaks, and all I did was cut it into thin slices. And you can see I've got some peppers, some onions, and I made a fajita. Now, in that 3 or 4 minutes, Rachel, that you were reviewing that, this fajita is done. Every one of these slices are going to be tender. They're going to be juicy.
Oh, that looks great.
They're just going to be incredibly soft to your bite. And I will tell you that once your family tries these, if you ever go back to anything else other than this,
how many pork chops was that?
This is 1 pork chop.
1 pork chop.
And that's why I wanted to show you so many different ways you can do that. But that's 1 pork chop. We're going to drizzle that with a little bit of cheese right on top there. We're going to drop a little bit of squeeze some lemon on top of there as well. And with 1 pork chop, I've got a meal for at least
2 people, 3 people.
At least a couple people. Look at how far that went and how simple and easy that was.
Will you come over here with me to the auto delivery table? Bonnie and
Yes.
team make this beautiful table to give you an idea, again, of the versatility. 1,000 have been snapped up. Call us. We'd love to hear your story and how you're serving this to your family. 1-800-395-1601. We would love to hear the story. So if you get immediate, right, in 60 days, it's September. So what do we have here for folks?
So we've got our pork parmesan. Now, I want you to see this. This is 1 pork ribeye steak. All we've done is pounded it out. We've created a Parmesan with our mozzarella and our gravy, and we're going to show you how to do that. But that's 1 steak turned into 2.
And then over here is November.
No,
What did they do here for November?
So we're going to show you how to stuff these chops.
Wow.
And again, all of these recipes and these how-tos are on QVC.com. Don't get nervous. They're simple. They're easy. Remember, I'm a butcher, not a chef, and I can do this.
All right, December, January, up top.
This is Asian inspired. We did our pork bites, and basically we took that steak, cut it into nice cubes, we dredged it in flour, and then we air fried that. And of course, in March, we're gonna come back with our pork fried steak. Can you see the size of that? That's 1 piece that's easily gonna feed 2, maybe 3 people. And in
Here's
May,
May.
we have barbecue season coming. Here's where we can go with our kebabs. Now, you know, a lot of times you try a kebab and kebabs are going to be more tough. Not with this pork. Everyone is going to be incredibly tender, juicy.
And then here's your
and my
July.
favorite. This is
July.
something we just did here. And I'm going to show you how to do this. All I did was cut that into nice thick strips and I barbecued it. Grill it, threw it on the grill with some barbecue sauce, and it makes the most incredible boneless pork rib steak that you've ever had.
Delicious. And if you're just joining us, we'd love to cut one, and then I'm going to welcome in our guest because we're going to keep going. Call us. We're at 1-800-395-1601. Share your story with us. Share your story with Ray. This is something that, again,